Marcus awoke in a daze, his head pounding. The little possessions he still had surrounded him. After fleeing America, he tried his luck getting to Paris on the cheap and low, but like most things, didn't quite work out for him. Marcus had turned his life around in just a couple of years.
Come in.
Delivery for a Mr Hawkins?
Leave it on the desk, please.
He finally went legitimate, working above board, switched from the bottle and cigarettes to coffee. One thing he thought the French actually did well. But in the same way a hot cup of coffee stains the morning newspaper, bleeding the ink, this letter stains Mr. Hawkins' life, making it a mess.
Dear Mr. Hawkins, in the wee hours of the morning, on the 15th of January, I was doing some photography when I witnessed something occult over the Luxembourg Gardens lake. I took a photo of it, but the photo burned away in my hands. I saw this thing drag this poor man into the lake. It was this disgusting figure clad in yellow robes. Please help me, Monsieur Hawkins. Everyone thinks I'm crazy. With kindest regards, Claire Dubois.
After a quick rummage in the House of Records, Marcus found Fernando's files. According to his files, he'd moved from Tuscany to Paris when he turned 18 to pursue a career as a poet. Never made it far. Worked at a cafe and in his spare time would write his poetry. Marcus had never heard of a creature capable of burning itself out of photographs. He was reluctant to believe Miss Dubois burnt that picture herself. It didn't smell of matches, gasoline, or lighter fluid. In fact, it didn't even smell of ash. This lake she spoke of, Luxembourg Gardens, it wasn't too far from his office. Heading there first seemed smart to check everything remained from the 15th. The final poem in Mr. Antonio's journal was dated 15th of January. It was much less a poem and more a visceral description. It described the music of the lake becoming distorted, a high-pitched ringing piercing his mind, and a creature rising from the lake clad in yellow rags and crown. A poisoned sense of knowledge entered his head, forcing him to decrypt the alien language into something readable, revealing the secrets of Hastur to Marcus. He started to form an idea of how this entity functioned. If his hunch was correct, Fernando's apartment should hold vital information to figuring this out. Fernando Antonio was sacrificed to Hastur by its avatar. Once a person has been sacrificed to Hastur, then the avatar is taken by the King in Yellow to the land of Carcosa, and a new avatar is chosen. Due to this unfortunate nature, Marcus could never know who the next killer would be, unless of course the new chosen already had a link to Hastur through that symbol maybe. A thought popped into Marcus's mind like somebody placed it there. What if he could control who the next avatar was going to be? Force the curse upon himself and resist Hastur's beckon, never allowing a new murderer to be chosen. But what if this was what Hastur wanted? No, that would be preposterous. Marcus wasn't under its influence. This was surely how Marcus could beat this thing.